Welcome to episode 14 of All for Geek. Is it
episode 14? We just had a 5-minute conversation on what episode this was, and he's like, welcome to episode 14. Thought we had Adam's cam for a second. Welcome to episode 14.
You're welcome. And today we're just going to leave that in. Today we're talking about the PS Vita. Yes, we each have played the PlayStation Vita. I own one. Steve owns one. Kyle stole one. He's American.
Fucking A. Kyle's from Philly. He stole this shit on the back of a truck.
Exactly. So today on the show, obviously, we have Steve Mulligan, who is from
Ottawa. Phil, thanks for the introduction.
Do you have a plug?
No, none at all today. I don't want to talk
Twitter?
about it. No, I'm not on Twitter. I quit. I quit Twitter. I quit.
You quit Twitter?
Yep.
When did you quit Twitter?
Right after I quit Facebook and YouTube.
Down there.
Wow.
There you go. Kyle?
Kyle's from the Technophiles.com from Philadelphia, or spelled out of Quakertown, PA. But the Technophiles.com. Check out my podcast.
Yeah, the new one.
I'll plug everything.
And then I'm from allforgeek.com, crosstalkwrestling.com, other things.com.
The Technophiles.com podcast.
Yeah. And you can see me down there, the Phil Online on Twitter, and just about everything else. Okay, so we're talking about the PlayStation Vita. We have some eyes on us today because we're going to have a certain company watching us, right, Kyle?
Yes, I'd like to give a shout out to Brandy for getting me the PlayStation Vita to play with for a while. It is from the AT&T variety, because it is in America, so the AT&T running 3G, but it is capable of 4G speed. AT&T,
something we don't even have in Canada.
Yeah,
we do not have 3G Vitas.
Well, mine is. It's a little cool thing. It's up at the top. It's just
okay. So Vita is a device much like the PSP. It is. It's what the PSP should have been. It's what PSP, the next iteration that they did, the PSP Go, should have been. Still missing a few things, if you ask me. It's a device that takes small cards, doesn't take UMD discs anymore. It has an OLED screen, which is beautiful. It has dual thumbsticks, which you can see right there. Beautiful little thumbsticks that work well. It's a great device. Now, how are we going to do this, guys?
I love this show. Like, this is a great stuff. Now talk about crap.
Well, Kyle, what did you think of the PlayStation Vita?
I've been playing with it for quite a while. It's very nice, and it fits very nicely in your hands. So it's not overly heavy. It's balanced quite right, so you don't have the flip top screen where it may roll over forward on you. All the buttons are very easily accessible, so when you're playing a game like FIFA Soccer, you can get all the buttons you need. So it does kind of have like a PlayStation controller feel to it, which is always nice. The one thing I'm not a big fan of is the back stupid touchscreen when I'm trying to play freaking soccer. And these grooves right here, I don't need them. I know where my fingers go. They go here. I can hold it. But the speakers are very nice. They do pump out quality sound. And the screen is quite beautiful.
Steve.
Yeah, I tend to agree. It's got a really nice feel to it. It feels like a Sony controller. The screen is really nice and bright. It's really low res though. It's not a high res screen like the iPhones and things like that. So a lot of the games should be using anti-aliasing so it doesn't look jagged, especially the home screen on the PS Vita. When it starts up, you've got all these little circular icons, and there's no anti-aliasing, so they look all jagged and rough because of the low-res screen. But for video, it's incredible. Videos look great. Games play awesome. Way better than an iPhone 4. That's what I had before this. That's what I played games on. It's much better for gaming than the iPhone.
No, I completely agree. I like it a lot. The problem with, well, I'll go on Steve's point here. The back can be annoying, but I do like it. The grooves I really think that they should have made them clickable. Like, why not have them like pressure sensitive, where it's like it takes a little bit of force to put them in, but they'd be like the R2, L2 buttons. And then you could use your middle fingers, or you could use whatever fingers you like. Like when you're controlling it, I could just go like that real quick. I don't know if it would work, but like it just seems like it's a thing there. Yeah, it's there. It's a groove there for certain play styles, which sometimes comes in handy, sometimes doesn't. But if it was usable in some games, that'd be great. The screen, I thought the screen was awesome. On Steve's point, I feel like the screen on my Galaxy Note is better, but it still blew me away. It's way better than the PSP. So I like the screen. The touching on it is great. The thumbsticks surprised me. They are amazing. Really easy to use. I thought they were going to be crap. I'm so glad they didn't go with the original thumbstick on the PSP, because that thumbstick is awful.
Or the Sony Ericsson Play. That was a PS phone. It's a PlayStation phone.
The touchpads.
Oh, I hated those freaking things. Oh, it sucks so bad. So when I actually saw actual usable thumbsticks, I was like, oh, fantastic. I can actually play on them. They were very responsive.
I find that now I need to go buy myself a little case or something, because those odd times where I want to take it out onto the bus or something, if I put it in one of my pockets with other things, I'm worried about my screen. I already slightly scratched my screen. But other things that I want to throw out there and get your opinion on is, first of all, the user interface, the UI. Yeah. What do you think of the bubbles?
It's unique. Kind of unnecessary, because sometimes like you want the whole screen to be filled up with bubbles, because they have like this little section. But on my home screen, if I bring up mine, it takes a little bit, because all I have is demos, because I don't have the full version. But it has like that blank spot right there, and no matter what I put there, I can't get anything there. What? I get all this little blank spot.
Did you hold in the bubble?
There's no bubble. There's nothing there.
No, but hold in a bubble.
Okay, I'll hold in the bubble.
And then it gives you the screen where you can move things. And then you hold it in and then drag.
But the thing is, like, if I have other apps, now I have that open spot, but
you can bring
the app should have went in there.
You can bring it in from the bottom too.
Wow, ooh, look at that. I can change the background color. Cool.
And you can
I don't really fiddle with stuff.
And you can bring bubbles in from the other pages. It's just like using an iPhone.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, when I've already filled it up, like, I have 6-7 different apps on there. Why was that one spot not filled? Like, it should have been.
Oh, automatically, you mean?
Yeah, like that was just skipped no matter what. So it's just one of those things that it just bothers me. It's like, why can't I have like the home screen up here, all the bubbles? Next screen, I have a space.
Yeah, to me it seems like it takes up more space than it should. Like the bubbles are huge, and I get it. Like for like smaller kids or for kids in general or young teens, I guess.
It's just weird.
It's just they want it easy, like Fisher Price. But Steve, what do you think of the UI?
Well, I didn't know about that, about the rearranging the icons, but that's cool.
We're learning today.
Steve's there going through his Vita going, oh, this is awesome.
I just did the same thing. It's like, look, I can change the background color. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you not just the background color, but you can use whatever photos you want.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Oh, cool. Now, can you turn off the background music, the Vita background music?
You turn it off, you just can't replace it.
Oh, who wouldn't love some, guar?
Well, you can like play your music in general, but you can't have it where if your music's off, and what would be the default menu's music, you can't do that. But you can turn off the default menu music so it doesn't play, which I have done because it gets annoying.
Yeah. Now, have you tried the near function?
Yes.
See, I have no one around me that has the PS Vita, so I don't know how well it does. Yeah, not a lot of people have it around here. Apparently.
Here, like if I click the near button, it pops up with like I would say on average about 7 to 8 people around me. And that's in Kingston, Ontario. There's not, you wouldn't expect a big population with the Vita. And that's just within, like, I don't know, like a mile. I don't know how close it gets. Like 3 kilometers, a kilometer. I don't fucking know.
I get about 30 over here, but I don't know how far it is.
Yeah, so
and you live in Ottawa, so that's a bigger city.
Yeah, so with me, it's like I don't get to have that multiplayer function or the party atmosphere because I don't have that many people around. So I don't know how well that is.
I don't tend to use it, and the the thing with Nier is that it's like, okay, yeah, it's great if you are one of those multiplayers who go online and care, like if I want to go and talk to a random guy that I don't even know, then sure, yeah, I can set up a party and set up a game if I happen to have the same game. But Nier is more so, it seems, made so that you can see who's around you, see what they're playing, and be able to go. It's like advertising for other games, where you can be like, okay, all these people are playing this game, I should check that out. It's like MotorStorm RC. There's so many people playing that because it's free that if a person didn't know it was free, they could see like everyone's playing it. They could click on it, and then it'll send them to the store, and then it'll be like, oh, it's free. I'll just download that now, which is cool. And then
they give you items too. Like I got a pool cue for Hustle Kings from Nier because it said I found one. So
yeah, and I've noticed that with the Marvel versus Capcom games. That's a big one. And Mod Nation Racers, you get stuff from that too. For sharing gifts. I don't know how to share gifts. Have you figured that out, Steve, or is it just automatically do it?
Well, it said I found one. Like I fired up Nier, and it just gave me a free queue for this game that I didn't own. So
yeah, well, I'm wondering if there's a setting in your Mod Nations game that says, do you want to share this thing you've unlocked or whatever?
I've never seen it.
Now I want to throw this out to you guys. Should have Sony put Android on it as the user interface rather than what they put on it.
I'm going to go with a no on that one because it's not really a cell phone. It's not really a tablet. It's a gaming device. So you want to have, its own separate thing. You don't want to have just Android everywhere, Android here, Android there. You'll flood the market. I mean, if it would work with their structure of their user interface, then maybe, but it doesn't really seem like it'd do anything because it's not a tablet and it's not a phone. It's a gaming device. I think with them, they kind of wanted to keep the two separate. That way you're not trying to use it as a phone and looking like a goober trying to talk on it. That's just me.
Yes, but wouldn't you like the added functionality?
What functionality would you get?
Well, you could use all those apps, and it has Wi-Fi, so you could use any app you wanted.
What am I going to do? Draw something on this thing?
I was just thinking, like, you've got camera on it. You could do Instagram. You could do like all these Angry Birds space. You could. I understand it takes away from their profits. That to me would be the only thing that I could see wrong with this scenario because of all the games that are sold on the Android marketplace. But like, I just feel like their UI right now is so lacking.
Well, I mean, that's something you could look into. I mean, I think they're just going off the regular PlayStation, the PSP UI, and just kind of keeping that the same thing. I don't know how Sony works, if they want to keep everything the same with every device they put out. Each PlayStation has the same kind of user interface, so if you...
Wow, they totally messed that up.
Because if you have the last one, then you feel comfortable getting this one instead of... Like, you went from Apple to Android, so there was a bit of an adjustment period. I think with them, they kind of want to feel the same thing.
See, Kyle, where you don't understand it, you haven't had a PSP, have you?
No.
Have you seen the PS3 interface? You do have a PS3 or no?
No.
It's the different interface altogether. The old interface was this cross media bar. And I'm sure you'll take a look at this later.
I have the Sony Media Player, which has like the row across, and you can go down.
Exactly.
And go down,
that's what it was for. It's for PS3. It's for PSP. When they went to Vita, they wanted to bring out something more like the iPhone or something. They completely just went different. This is a different interface altogether. Well, so I don't like it. A lot of people say they wish it would at least go back to the cross media bar. Because they liked that better because This, to me, it's the Fisher Price. It's Fisher Price user interface.
Fisher Price. Well, I mean, if they're going for the demographic is preteens to teens, then it fits right in with them, where it's easy to use, easy to find. You're not having to go across the down, and find it. You just boop, bubble, pop. Steve, your thoughts?
Well, it doesn't bother me that they didn't go Android, and I'm actually not a fan of that cross media bar thing that they have. I find it hard to navigate, so it doesn't bother me, but I definitely think it would have probably been a better business choice to make it all look consistent and all behave the same way. But
I think we found out Steve doesn't like the bubbles.
well, I don't. They don't bug me, but
I hate them.
I'm not sure why they did it. I don't know why they did it that way.
Steve hates bubbles.
And really, if you're going to use the circles as your UI on a low-res screen like this, you've got to anti-alias it so it doesn't look all pixelated.
Oh yeah, that's another big issue that people are saying, like that the user interface looks jaggedy.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you release something that has the jaggies?
Right on the home screen too. So.
Release the jackies.
Well, that's the whole thing with the what was it, PS2 or PS1 or something like that. It was known for the jaggies. There was no anti-aliasing.
Yeah, and there's no excuse because this is a fast device. There's no excuse not to use anti-aliasing on circles, like so.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. They have anti-aliasing available for PSP games.
Well, they need it badly on the home screen because
maybe that's in an update.
Okay,
yeah.
so let's move on. What's your favorite game right now for the Vita?
I like FIFA because that's all I'm really. I don't win at all the time. I don't win at FIFA. In any game I don't win at all the time, I want to beat. Because I got the Wipeout game, I can beat that no problem. The RC car game, that's just goofy fun. The other one that's kind of fun is the Reality Fighters. Have you played that one?
No? What's that like?
Basically, graphically it's crap, but fun part is you take a photo of yourself and it actually puts you into the game. Let me see if I can get to it so I can show you. I made a goofy face on mine, of course. But the other thing is, when you're playing the game and you're holding it up, the rear camera acts like as you move the device around, it'll pan the background. So instead of just having like two fighters stand there and as the fighters move back and forth, you actually have to turn to follow, which was always fun. And the regular controls of the graphics are much like you see. It's a button masher game as it is, but there's some fun combos and things like that. So they try to make it goofy and fun, yet innovative in the same way with the sort of augmented reality background.
And they're going to use that somewhat with Mortal Kombat when it comes out too.
Well, if this is how it looks, then it's going to be a lot of fun because it is really weird to sit there and turn the PS Vita around and you can check out the background as your guy's fighting. You can fight off screen and just check out what's going on over here on the right hand side.
Yeah.
So that's for me. I find the fun one.
Steve?
Well, I only got two games. I got Mod Nation Racers and Army Corp from Hell, and they're both kind of fun. Mod Nation Racers, to unlock the bonus track, you got to get really good times on your tracks, and I can't get anywhere near it. So there's 5 tracks that I don't think I'll ever unlock there. But it's way more fun than any game I've ever played on say an iPhone or phone device. So.
Now I find that I play a PSP game more than anything. I like the fact because first of all, the PSP games tend to be more have more stuff right now because the new games that have come out for the Vita have been, to me, lackluster. I'm very picky about my games, so I like I went back and played Tactics Ogre, and I'm planning to play Final Fantasy Tactics after that. I like my strategy RPGs. I find that if I had a PSP emulator, or if Ogre Tactics was released on Android, I would have no use for the Vita at all. Because I don't care for the games right now that are on the Vita, except I do like MotorStorm RC. I wish they would have done MotorStorm true to MotorStorm.
Like with multiplayer?
Yeah, like the view, just a MotorStorm game rather than a MotorStorm licensed game that is RC racing. I think the game's great for free. It's amazing, but
Here's my guy. Oh, there's the reality game I was talking about.
but in the end, I just don't care enough. Like, again, if I could get Tactics Ogre or these PSP games on my Note, I would sell my Vita in a heartbeat. But until like a wrestling game is released on the Vita.
See with that?
That's cool. Can you walk around in your surroundings?
No, like I'll bring the characters in, and they'll jump in.
So you have to stay in your position, but you just move around in that position.
Yeah.
In that one spot. That's cool. Can you put them implement them into the real world?
They do have an augmented reality option to pick from, because like I said, it's only a demo, so I have the countryside and some other thing, but they have an augmented reality. You can pop up the card, and I guess it'll just pop up, like if you're at your desk, you can have them fighting on your desk, which is always nice. I do like that augmented reality portion of what they're doing with the Vita.
So let's end this by giving us a quick little conclusion review rating type thing. We'll start with you, Kyle.
For me, I really like it. If I would say this is the best gaming device, pure gaming device you can buy on the market. It beats Nintendo DS because it's all for kids. It's probably graphically one of the better PS handheld devices. So for me, this is a definite buy it, only because it can do so much, and it has a lot of potential. Like, they have a good base to start from, and they can just build on top of it. So this is a definite buy it.
You say buy it, but are you going to buy it?
If I wanted to have a handheld game device, yes, I would.
Steve?
For me, so I've got a PS3, so it's a good buy. The remote play feature that it has, where you can just your PS3 can be off, you can be somewhere else in the world, turn on your PS3 and remotely stream content. I mean, that's a pretty cool feature, and it works. The remote play with games, there's really lousy support. It really only does like SimCity 2000 and some old PSP games. Cross-play, it needs a bit more work. I tried to do a cross-play with Hustle King, so you can play one game on the PS3 and player 2 can be on the Vita, but I've only got one PSN account, so it wouldn't let me play two players that way. So they've got a bit of work to do, but it does have a lot of potential. If you got a PS3, I definitely recommend it.
Oh yeah. I think I'm a weird case because because if they were to release games that I would really like, then I love the machine. Like, it's a great device. If it's implemented well with games that you like, great. If you like Mortal Kombat, you're gonna love Mortal Kombat on the Vita. If you like Uncharted, you'll love Uncharted on the Vita. I didn't like it, but it's not my type of game. But there's games out there where greatly implemented, but they're just not my type of games. So that's why I'm sticking to PSP games, and I'm not high up on owning the system yet. But if they release, let's say, a WWE 13 in November on the Vita, then I will be insanely happy camper, and that's pretty much why I'm keeping my Vita for that time period. Or when they release Mortal Kombat, maybe I'll get that. There's word going around that Valkyria Chronicles 3 will be coming out on the Vita. So I just have to pretty much wait and see. Again, the user interface is crap. I'm sorry. It's horrible. Kyle, I'm going to go back to you. You have the 3G version. Have you noticed any special stuff with 3G?
I have. When you go, for me, if there's a certain aspect where you're going to download a demo, which I have problems with, like when I go to the PS Store, you can't just find demos. It's like you have to go through every game and see if it has a demo. That's one thing I'd like to see changed. For me, with the 3G version, it won't let you download anything over, I want to say 50 megabytes. You can't download. Once it goes over that limit, you got to go to Wi-Fi and then have to download from a Wi-Fi version. 3G speed when you're trying to do stuff, like you never really see it because I don't have friends nearby. I don't have things like that. I can't download anything too large. So for me, the 3G is kind of superfluous if I'm not around a Wi-Fi area.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things online where people have just complained, like, I should have just gotten a Wi-Fi only version because 3G just doesn't do enough. You can't really play over it too well or at all, I'm not sure. But it's just, 3G doesn't seem to be a worthwhile function on the Vita.
3G is a very old technology. It doesn't need to be around. They need to find a way to update everything. And, like you were saying,
should have gone LTE.
Yeah, with the games, I think Sony kind of pushed it out quick, and the developers have to kind of catch up. So I think in the future, the next couple of months, you'll probably see a lot more games coming out. I think it was Unit 13 is a good shoot 'em up game. If you get the demo, that one's a fun one. Let's see, I didn't like that one game you were talking about, the
Tactics.
no, the stupid game that everybody loves that's always everywhere.
MotorStorm.
No, not MotorStar, the other one where you're the guy with
Uncharted.
Yeah, that one. Don't even care about it. That's how little I care about it. I don't even remember the name. It does nothing. It's like the male
the
Tomb Raider.
controls in it are great. Like, you can choose how you want to play the game pretty much. But it's, to me, I never really liked Uncharted. Like, I played a little bit of it on PS3, and it's just meh. A lot of people love the game, which is great, and a lot of people love the game on Vita, so all the power to them. All right,
The
so
sports game, I will say the FIFA game, fantastic. Graphically, everything looks really, really nice. The controls are responsive. Once you get the handle, like I said, I hate the backstream touch because it just seems unnecessary, but once you kind of adapt to it and get used to it, you tend to do a little bit better. But again, when you're holding the game like this, you may accidentally have your guy kick the ball across the field and you don't like it.
yeah, it's got good reviews though, that game, so you're not wrong.
Yeah, no, if you can, just download the demo and just enjoy it. It's free, it's fun. It might be a little addicting.
Yeah. So that's it for the Vita episode. We pretty much say it's a good system. It just needs some improvements, I guess.
Yeah, most like anything. It like the iPhone when it first came out, it was a good phone, but needed work. And this one is a first-time go-around, so it needs a little work, little tweak, little things.
Steve, any last words?
No, none. I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done with this Vita spike.
Damn you, Vita.
All right, so last thing that we have got to do is plugs. Kyle, plug.
Oh, I'm a plug whore. TheTechnophiles.com. You can go to my YouTube channel, The Technophiles. You can see all my video reviews, soon to be podcasts. Steve, he'd also like to go to my website. He'd say go to TheTechnophiles.com. I know he didn't want to, but I felt he's trying to be modest, so I'll be unmodest for him. Check out All for Geek. Check out Crosstalk Wrestling. Basically, check out anything Phil does. I'll be suckling his nipple teat shortly thereafter.
Big teat. Steve, plug something.
Kyle said it all. That's exactly what I was going to say. So,
and I would just like to plug all, as Kyle already said, All for Geek, Crosstalk Wrestling, the Phil Online on everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even on Instagram, check me out.
Wow, yeah. Oh, check me out on Twitter at Kyle Lachey.
And I've recently got into Pinterest.
So have I. I've only been Pinteresting my stuff.
Pinterest is great. It's not just a female thing.
No, it's not. Not anymore.
I disagree, but
Oh,
that's for another show.
We should do a Pinterest show.
Pinterest show. We'll all dress up like women.
Kyle,
Let's talk about sewing.
That's your fantasy, not mine.
It's already been done. I'm a hot chick.
Okay.
I'm a good-looking dude. I'm a hot chick.
For all of us at All for Geek, bye-bye.
Bye.
Like AT&T will like this one, but it's fine. I do. I love AT&T. They're good peeps. They're very nice to me. Check out the LG Nitro.
They'll be showing it at the office going, this guy...
This is the guy we picked. This is the guy we're putting our horse in.
He wants to wear a dress.